Boom, boom. Jam. Good morning, good afternoon to everybody on the Eastern Time Zone. Welcome to the Master Your Discipline Challenge, where we focus on improving the quality of your lives mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, through the skill set of discipline and practicing it with fasting. Yeah. So today, what we're going to be focusing on is diving into three questions. Our objective today, we have a lot of information this week, but today our focus is three questions. All right. Question number one, why are you here? And that question is for to determine the problem that you have where you are lacking discipline. Could it be with your business? Can it be with your relationships? Can it be with your weight loss? You're not seeing the results you want to see. It's probably there's a disconnect between you and your discipline. All right. Second question we must answer today. Well, people are trying to join it. Second question must answer today. Who am I to you this week? That's like my role in helping provide you with assistance to becoming a better version of yourself. My role. We're going to discover that today as well. And the third question we're going to uncover is which mindset will you have by the end of this week? Okay. The mindset that you must have by the end of this week is that we want what we want. All right. So you all can go into the chat down here, and I want you to write out, why are you here? Okay. What's the question? What is your problem that you're having? All right. Why are you here? What are you trying to achieve? Is it, like I say, the business, struggling, overweight, laziness, self-entitlement? Why are you here? I'll give y'all like 2 minutes to run through that. Just throw it in the chats down there. I know we focusing on discipline, so you're here for a reason. The root reason is discipline, right? So, but why do you need the discipline? You want to uncover that problem that you're having. See that in the chat. Weight loss, business growth for me. Damn, weight loss. That's not in my field, of course. That's probably the number one thing people struggle with is the weight loss. And this process, you've been seeing some results with that, achieving sustainable weight loss. Okay. I struggle with consistency. Teams struggle with consistency. Hey, discipline, consistency is in the framework of discipline. That's the C, consistency. And with fasting, you can also develop consistency in your everyday life. All right. All right. So my role this week is your sidekick. Y'all are Batman, Batwoman, whatever you want to call it, to remind myself that cooking basically stop being lazy. Stop being lazy, cook your meal. That's right. All right. My role for you all is your sidekick. I'm your Robin, your Batman. And Batman has all these skills, but remember, Batman don't have no superpowers, but he has a utility belt. So we're going to equip y'all utility belt with discipline and fast this week. Okay. Give y'all the tools to help y'all get through any hurdles, roadblocks that you may be facing, get to that ultimate goal of what you want to achieve, that better quality of life in a multitude of areas. All right. Let me let somebody in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's dive in. We'll get to mindset towards the end. I'm gonna have some questions for y'all and some exercise for y'all at the end. All right. So, but first, let's dive into your problem. You have this problem because it's what's holding you back, right? If you have this problem, how long have you had this problem? Uncovering the facade that you don't have a problem is the first step. Recognizing that you have a problem. Okay, let's do a root cause analysis. Where did this problem stem from? Did we have this problem? We just come up with this problem? Was it like a year, 2 years, or is it something from childhood trauma? Is it from something from a past relationship? Is it something that a fear that you developed? What is the reason that caused you to have this problem? Right? So you all need to do some digging. That's going to be a part of exercise at the end of this, what we have for day one. All right. My role is to give you the tools, the support, the foundation to believe that you could get it done. And when we talk about belief, mindset, right? That mindset, what is your mindset at? Low frequency, high frequency, mid frequency? Are you self-sabotaging yourself when you go out and about trying to take on new tasks, new challenges to better yourself? Or are you fearful, false evidence appearing real? Are you falling victim to the false evidence? Too afraid to step out on that water because you're like, I may fail. People may laugh at me. It may not work out in my favor. We got to get out of our own way. We can't have consistency if we have fear sitting on our hearts. All right, so we have to embrace this difficulty. So there's two people I want you all to think about. My computer isn't loading up images right now, so I'm going to break them down to you. David Goggins. Now, this is the Marine guy, the super military guy. David Goggins, I'm pretty sure you all have heard of him, right? David Goggins is the epitome of discipline. This guy believes in doing the hard stuff, callousing your mind, callousing your body so you can get through anything in life. He's a disciplined extremist, I like to call him, right? He makes me feel like a wimp because the dude goes so hard. Then, see, love Goggins. See, Keems, he all about consistency. So I'm going to need you to get some of that Goggins energy and let's be consistent throughout this entire week, all right? Now, the other person we're going to talk about is B. Simone. Now, I don't know much about B. Simone, but I have been following her fitness journey the past few weeks. And I'm using her as an example because she came out and said, I probably want to put it on my phone. She came out and talked about not taking shortcuts. I respect people who don't take shortcuts because when we take the shortcuts, that's getting surgeries, that's taking these weight loss pills, doing Ozempic, the Wegovy. What's another one? There's a bunch of stuff out there. The lap band, those things. When we take shortcuts, we don't change our mindset. We are stuck on that same frequency. We aren't moving in the way that we should be moving. We aren't being Batman. We kind of being like Bane. We just like, hey, got this strength, got this power because I got it from this shortcut. So I'm going to just do what I want to do. But in the end, we end up, it becomes our demise. All right. So, like I said, David Goggins is the supreme discipline guy. B. Simone is a young lady who is becoming disciplined. So you have to determine where are you on that scale. Am I David Goggins? Am I ready to take it on? No help, no holds bar. I'm going all in. I'm just not making any excuses. I'm going to just do what I'm told and get it done. I'm going to ignore the pain. I'm going to ignore the temptation. I'm going to just succumb to the discipline and get it done. Most people are B. Simone. Like, I'm not even David Goggins. I'm a very disciplined person, but that dude is extreme. But that's where I want to be, right? We're still a loving, exciting, joyful life, right? I'm not saying that he doesn't have that, but dude, life is extreme. We are all somewhere around B. Simone, right? I have a video I wish I could play. It's not, my computer isn't loading up anything. But she has breaking down in the gym because she said, I'm finally doing it. I'm being disciplined. I'm doing the work, y'all. I'm focused. I'm not taking shortcuts. I'm believing in me. I'm proud of myself. When you're at that phase, you're like, oh, wow, I'm starting to see the results. I'm starting to see the change. I feel the change within myself. I have a client on here as well, Kathy, that has been going through a transformation herself since she started working with me. Just seeing her growth of becoming a stronger, better individual, and not just focusing on the outcome of the body, the banging body, but also the inner peace, the mindset, the growth that she's seeing for herself. So determine, are you David Goggins this week or are you B. Simone? I'm pretty sure we all pretty much B. Simone. No problem, gang. Pretty sure we all somewhere around the B. Simone, maybe a little bit higher up, but somewhere around that area because we still fall victim to some discipline issues, right? I still slip up with discipline as well. So once we acknowledge that we do have this problem, we stay consistent with our discipline, we can be more confident as we moving forward. I'm going to give you all a short, brief story, because a lot of people think like, oh, what fasting is something that's going to make me starve. I'm not going to it doesn't work. We'll get more deeper into the scientific and the information about fasting throughout the week. But today it's all about your mindset, getting you prepared, getting your soil ready to start this fasting journey. And we are fasting later today, just so that y'all know. We are fasting today. So you came in for discipline, it starts now. All right. All right. So I want to share a quick story about a client I have, named Ramon. And Ramon was 380 pounds. Ramon is this very highly decorated guy, like in the police force, got his own security company, international security. He's actually ran a security detail army for president. He was a runner-up for the president of the Congo. Ramon was over entire military, very disciplined, highly successful man. But he always struggled with, he only struggled with his weight the past 10 years. And I say it's because you have everything that you wanted, that you worked for. You were motivated by anger and hate towards people who told that you couldn't do it. So once you became uber successful and you could throw it in everybody's face, you had no one to prove anything to. And so now you got this big tire around your belly. You're feeling a little insecure. I got some posts about him on my Instagram about being at a restaurant and he couldn't fit in the chair. He was embarrassed to sit at this restaurant. And I said, man, like, you lacking discipline. I said, you need to look yourself in the mirror and call yourself a fat piece of shit. He said, what do you mean? I said, bro, like, let's be honest. You just broke down your entire story of how people doubted you, didn't believe in you, talked trash about you, and it fueled you to be a consistent, disciplined person of vigor to go out there and become extremely successful. And look at your life. It's amazing. Like, multimillionaire, living out here in Panama, just the life that anyone would want to live. And I said, now you have nobody to fuel you. So you got the ladies, you got the money, you got the lifestyle, you have the freedom. No one can tell you anything. But you have to look at yourself and look in the mirror and say, hey, bro, you're a fat piece of shit. You look horrible. Why are you even looking in the mirror right now? You need to do something about it. That night, he went and did it. Called me up the next day. I went over to his crib and we had a conversation to get him on fasting. He didn't believe fasting would work because he said, man, how is that possible? I've tried trainers before, tried all this stuff. I said, man, we're going to just show you how to fast, how to regain your discipline. And you need a new challenge for yourself. Some people are motivated by challenges. So I said, man, every day, call yourself a fat piece of shit and prove yourself wrong. This man has lost almost 60 pounds in 6 weeks. He's at like 58.9, right? When we checked that. He was consistent. He applied all of the letters of the discipline framework, dedicated himself to the process to fast. He developed well, he already had integrity, but he brought up his integrity to be one that can, okay, do the things I don't feel like doing. I don't feel like fasting, but I'm going to fast. I want to eat this dessert. I want to have this drink with this young lady, but I'm choosing not to. I'm going to have some integrity and do what I said I'm going to do. Right? He developed patience, delayed gratification. This is what I want. My health is trash. They tell me I need knee surgeries. I got a hernia, but I can't get the surgery unless I lose the stomach. He stayed consistent. The word consistency, that's the C. Consistent for 6 weeks, dropped 60 damn pounds. And they say, man, wouldn't that be unhealthy? No, it's not going to be unhealthy. Now, if you do it properly, now, if you go into a fast and do it hastily without proper information, knowing about your electrolyte levels, knowing about your hormonal level, you can end up in the hospital and likely succumb to death, right? Because we'll dive into that later this week. I don't want to get on track. So he followed the plan. He nurtured the plan and his goal, which led him to lose 60 pounds in 6 weeks. Now, of course, he still has a long way to go. He started at 380, but he's quickly dropping down and probably be out of the 300s after this next round of 6 weeks. So that's just living proof, living evidence for y'all right there that, hey, the fasting does work if weight loss is something that you're having problems with. Now, when it comes to y'all mindset, you have to have 2 types of mindset. Doubtful mindset or, doubtful mindset, I call Zechariah mindset or Virgin Mary mindset. Now, why am I using Virgin Mary in this character, Zechariah? After I completed my 20-day fast, I started reading the Bible. Something about fasting that just kind of get your mind in a different mindset. So Luke 1, I'm reading this book. I'm reading it in Luke 1, and there's this guy, Zechariah. He's the father of John the Baptist. Y'all read the Bible, y'all probably know who that is. I'm new to it. Zechariah was like, I'm old. How was like this angel came to him and his wife, Elizabeth. They were like true God fearing, holding it down for the Lord. Did everything by the book. Zechariah, angel pops up, say, yo, I'm gonna bless you. Listen to your prayers. We're gonna bless you with a son. You're gonna name him John. He was like kind of fearful. So he's listening to the angel, but he's like, how am I supposed to know this is going to be true? So him questioning God is in a way disrespectful. So he doubted. He didn't believe. So God took away his voice, made him a mute. Boy lost his voice. Said, yo, get your voice back when your son is born. Took his voice, dipped out on him, right? Dude comes out of the cave and they're like, yo, what happened to him? He can't speak. So dude got no voice. Now we jump over. Now, Zechariah's wife, Elizabeth, is the cousin of the Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary, angel come to her, he's like, hey, I'm gonna bless you with a child. She's like, how? I don't have a man, right? Well, by what man? He said, you're gonna be the son of God. It's gonna name him Jesus. And she was like, no questions asked. I'm cool. This is what you want to do. Let's run with it. I'm down. He accepted God's plan completely without question, complete faith. And the way my brain goes, I won't even lie, we keep it G with y'all. The way my brain goes, I'm like, okay, a virgin. So I know that thing tight, and she about to give birth. So if she about to give birth, that means she about to get bust open from the rooter to the tutor. I'm like, oh, this about to be painful. And then I was like, well, if God gonna give you a blessing, he wouldn't give you unnecessary suffering. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna be good throughout the process. The same that goes for Elizabeth. Because I'm like, even though her husband doubted, he trusted. And when she saw her cousin Mary, the baby jumped in her stomach, in her womb. And I'm like, damn. As I'm reading the story, I said, so one man doubted, he got punished. Even though he was gonna get his blessing, he got punished. And one woman, she completely believed. So you got to ask yourself, how often have you all said, I want to do something, I want to accomplish something, I want to become this person, I'm going to trust God, I'm going to do it, I'm going to believe in myself, and you doubt it. You go through all this unnecessary turmoil of stress, anxiety, frustration, setbacks, failures, because you're not truly believing, you're not truly trusting in the process. A lot of times we are met with hardships and failures because we need the hardships to help us become the person that can stand in the presence of the outcome that we desire. So when Elizabeth ended up having a baby, it was like, yo, what's the baby name? We're going to name him Zechariah. He was like, nah, his name John. So they like, yo, Zechariah, what is going on? He can't talk. So he's trying to write on his board, right? And so as he's writing on his board, it's like, his name is John. He spoke. He got his voice back. And he was like, everybody was like shocked. Like, what is going on? Because God said, when your son is born, and you name him John, you'll get your voice back. His voice came back instantly. So everybody was shocked. So he's like, wow. Okay. So God has proven to me. I wanted proof. I got the proof, but I was punished because I desired proof. Mary, on the hand, she didn't need no proof. She's like, yo, God, I'm just trust that you're going to do this miracle for me. You heard me? And he did that. And she had a pregnancy that I would believe was peaceful, because I don't think God gonna just give you some hardship if you trust and believe, right? You will go through your growing pains, but you're not gonna be like Zechariah, get this like detrimental removal of your voice for like a whole year and a half. You heard me? So y'all gotta ask yourselves, what type of belief am I going to have in myself? Let's just talk about this week. What type of belief am I going to have in myself for this week? Can I even do this fasting? You signed up to become more disciplined. Can you even do the fasting? Right? And I'll jump ahead just to let y'all know what the fasting is if you're thinking about it. Today we doing a 16-hour fast. And how that goes is by the end of the day, I would say 7 p.m. 7 p.m. will put you at, yes, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Time. If you're on Eastern Time, you're going to be 8 p.m. You're going to stop eating completely. No food, no nothing, just water. You're not going to break that fast until we jump on the call tomorrow. 16 hours. All right, 16 hours from 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. to noon Eastern Time. We're going to complete a 16-hour fast. We're going to dive in deep hard on that tomorrow of why that's important. And this is like the beginning stage into fasting to becoming more disciplined. And we can cultivate some consistency with your fasting. Of course, the byproduct will be what? Weight loss. You want to look better? Summer's coming up. We're in spring. You want to look better? Incorporate the fasting. You don't have to do the extreme fasting like I do. You need more coaching for that. So I do not recommend anybody do that unless you have a professional, talk to your doctor, or on one of my training programs. Please don't tell nobody that I told y'all to fast for 5 days and y'all end up hurting yourselves and then people looking at me. No, I'm not recommending that. I recommend that we follow the protocol of a 16-hour fast. It's safe, it's sound, it's guaranteed to work. It's going to help you build some consistency with your discipline. All right. Now, once you determine the mindset that you're choosing to have, once you determine that mindset that you have, you're going out here for the rest of the day, I would say, be aware of the temptation that's going to come. I want you all to understand that when you declare that I'm going to make a change, I'm going to do something, you will be met with, you have to be, because what's the whole reason to understand if you are going to be who you say you want to be, you have to be tested to see if you're a liar or not. So if you're not a liar, you're going to be tempted with something like I love sugar, right? I love candy, cakes, cookies, and pies, preferably pies, cakes, and cookies. When I went into fasting, I had the craziest temptations. I mean, everybody was offering me desserts. And I was like, nah, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be a liar, right? And there's one thing I've learned throughout life. There's my truth, your truth, everybody's truth, but there's only one real truth, and that's God's truth, right? And through fasting, I understand that hardships are needed. Obstacles are needed because you're going to have a chance at the fork in the road to say, I'm either going to go my way, Bravo's way, or God's way, right? And if I want the outcome that I'm praying for, I got to have that belief that I'm going there, right? Trusting in God's provision for my life. Trusting God's provision for my life, I should be fine. But I also have to be okay with the hardship that come with it because I need to be proven if I can be trusted. Same way that y'all employers, see if y'all can handle the responsibilities, same way we do people in relationships, can they handle the responsibility of my heart in this relationship? We put them through tests. We don't know we put them through tests sometimes, but we actually are putting them through tests. All right. Do we have any questions on that right now? Anything? Anybody? Raise your hands if you have anything, and I'll be sure to get to you. Feel me? All right. So before we dive into what we have to get done for the day, I want you to ask yourself, I'm the superhero in this story, right? You are, not me. I'm just speaking as y'all. I'm the superhero. And how y'all know y'all the superhero? Every time you have a dream, you the star, right? Aren't you the main character? Every decision that you make creates your life. Every choice that you make. You don't know what's happening to people outside of you, but you know what's happening to you, right? Every decision you make this world that you're in revolves around you because you're living it, you're experiencing it. So every decision that you make, you have to decide, do I want to be better? You can say I want to be better, but actions kind of let you know if you're a liar, right? So you're the superhero. Take the advice that I'm giving you, the information I'm giving to you, and apply it. If you got questions, ask the questions. How can you be the best superhero of your story? Because I could be a damn good sidekick. You feel me? Robin was dope to Batman. You heard me? Because he was able to listen. I'm here to listen to y'all. If y'all got questions, I'm here to listen. You feel me? I'm here to help you with solutions. I'm gonna be compassionate with you because y'all more than likely really hard on yourself. And I'm hard on myself, but I can be more compassionate with you to give you more of the human side of health. It's all good, but I will hold you accountable because you need accountability to reach the destination that you want to be at. And accountability is a form of love. A lot of times people think being held accountable, someone's trying to embarrass you, chastise you, put you down, belittle you. But no, they actually showing you a form of love because they care enough to check you. Just like God cares enough about us to check us, right? So your problem, we had Kim must say hers was Kim's was of like consistency, right? So lack of consistency is your villain. All right. So this week I want you to think of lack of consistency is my enemy, my villain. So how can I defeat my villain? And so, Kings, I'm gonna use you as an example, right? So let's kind of go through this. When you say I lack consistency, like I need to become more consistency, we need to pick an area of where you lack consistency, right? Is it consistency in your job? I'm pretty sure it ain't your job. We're trying to get paid, right? And you want to, or is it in your workouts? Is it in your eating? Is it in your relationships? Is it in your communication? Where does a lack of consistency appear? It may appear in a multitude of areas, but we have to find the root of where that lack of consistency comes from, right? Like I say, it could stem from childhood. Like I have some childhood things. I ain't gonna get into that because that's a whole long story. But about things that I did all the way up until I was 30. But I knew where it stemmed from, but I just never wanted to change. So we need to figure out, Kings. You're gonna be I'm your super sidekick. I'm everybody's sidekick. I'm your super sidekick this week. So, Kings, we need to determine for you this week, today, where's the root of the lack of consistency? All right. And once we figure that out, the part of your assignment for the day, figuring that out, where does the lack of consistency, where is it rooted at? Once we determine that throughout the week, we start challenging the lack of consistency in this area. And as we do the fasting, you build up consistency, and that will pour into this other area. That's the objective. That's the goal, right? To improve the quality of life with consistency, with discipline in your consistency through fasting. As we get the momentum rolling, for you to be more consistent in this area with the fasting, you have the support of me, everybody in the group, to get through this week, and we want that to carry on beyond this week. You feel me? All right, needed to hear that word about accountability is a form. Yeah, I really a lot of times people do not like to be held accountable. Accountability is stuck sometimes, but it's so needed. All right. Question I want to leave y'all with: do you hesitate, second guess yourself when you're making decisions about things you want to accomplish or take on? And when I say that, we're going to take out the personal accolades like school, want another degree, more education. That's like an easy thing to do, right? For me, if I wanted to get better body, I'll just go work out more. I'll just fast more. So that's a little bit too easy for me. So there's a lot of things you all can excel at, but what are the things that you aren't excelling at that you want to improve at? For me, I want to be more patient when I'm in the market. I'm impatient when it comes to this. So you know what I need to do? I need to be more disciplined in this area. How can I be consistent with my fasting to help me become more consistent in the market with my patience, right? Pay attention to your actions and your mindset, what you're doing. If you're self-sabotaging yourself, you need to determine how to get that out the way. My specific goal, focus, more action, want to edit and post more content. I want to move intentionally 15 to 30 minutes every day this week. I want to work and nurture leads every day through Friday and build a sustainable process for my leads. Yo, that's dope. Okay. All right. So you said some words that are actually in the framework of discipline. So the I, and this is one of the I's in discipline, is intentionality. Being intentional with your time, being intentional with your movement, being intentional with your energy. So you want to be intentionally moving for 15 to 30 minutes. So the best way to do that, well, you're going to be doing that already now with us. So when you do this fasting, right, you're going to have time on your hand. The great thing about when you're fasting, y'all spend how much time looking for food, how much time ordering food or preparing food, how much time consuming food, how much time digesting food. That's a lot of time that goes into the mindset, the whole process of consuming food. So if that's the case, once we go into this fast, once you're done eating, Keems, you're going to have time to be intentional with your movement. Now you can move around 15, 30 minutes. What are you walking in place at home, doing some jumping jacks, doing some squats, jumping on YouTube, just seeing something that's up there, going to my page on IG, doing all these little crazy home workouts I got to do since I got a kid at the house. I ain't in the gym. So being active in some form, right? 15, 30 minutes. Be intentional with that time. You're going to have it now because why? You're going to be fast. You're not thinking about food at night. What else you say? Work and nurture leads every day. The end in discipline is nurturing. Is nurturing your goals and your health. So you say you want to nurture your leads. That's a part of nurturing. So how can you nurture your leads, right? You in the CRM, look, they have plenty of ways to do that. We already had to dive in deeper on that. So nurturing your leads, right? Building out a plan to nurture your leads. So you have time now that you fasting, you're not going to be consuming food that you could put into nurturing your leads. All right. What else you got in here? Build a sustainable process for my leads. No, and you have the time to build that process because a lot of times we like the main thing I hear from people, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I'm so busy, I don't have the time. In reality, you have plenty of time. So much time. When I'm fasting, I have all the time in the world. I feel like I'm getting too much stuff done. But when I'm not fasting, I tell this to Kiki all the time, I'm like, man, where did the time go? And we spent 40 minutes on looking for food. Or we went shopping to get food to prepare. Then we had to prepare the food. Then we had to eat food. Then we had to clean the dishes and all. I'm like, man, so 3 hours of my day is dedicated to the whole process of consuming food. So when you take that out, you have that time now. So you're all going to be on a 16-hour fast. 16-hour fast, so you can stay consistent in your discipline with this. Just drink the water. You have time to sit down. And by Wednesday, Thursday, the more y'all stick with this, I can guarantee you're going to start to get some of that mental clarity. Some of that brain fog is on it. Because Lisa dropped 18, she's down 20 pounds in a month by just doing the 16-8. So, like I said, you don't have to be doing extreme fast like Mia Ramon. You can do a sustainable 16-8. You will see results that way, right? So don't become overwhelmed that I don't know if I can do this. You can do it. It's possible. We just got to get it done. Take the leap of faith like my boy Peter. Now I got to give y'all, Keems is for you. Like I said, we talked about the faith. You got Zechariah faith. You got Virgin Mary faith, right? You both believe, but you're like, man, I'm doubting. There's another story about this guy, Peter. You heard me. I like this story a lot because I feel like I can relate to this guy. So Jesus out on the water. You heard me. They got a storm going on. It's rocky. So in y'all lives, y'all go through rocky times, right? It's real rocky. Like I'm in a storm. I'm in this tornado. I don't see my way out. I'm nervous. I don't know how I'm gonna come out of this storm. As you're in the storm, God appears. Jesus appears. He's like, "Yo, come out onto this water. He call you out. Come step out on this water." He called Peter out on the water. Peter like, all right, if it's you, because at this time Peter was going through some turmoil with himself. He's like, yo, I'm questioning you. I believe you, but I'm questioning you because you help healing people, but you ain't healing the people that's closer to you. Like my wife, I've got an issue with you. So he called Peter out there. Peter said, I'm gonna step out on the water. Peter stepped out the boat, you heard me? And he on the water. He like, yo, y'all, your boy on this water lit. Now as he out on this water, he walking to Jesus, you heard me? And my favorite part of the story. In the Bible, it says, Peter saw what we do with our eyes. We see things, right? He saw the wind. When the last time y'all saw the wind? I ain't never seen it. I seen things blowing the wind, but I ain't never seen the wind. You heard me? He saw the wind. In his mind, he like, yo, this is the very destruction of my life. He started to doubt. God, Jesus was like, yo, keep your eyes on me, son. Just look at me. Just trust in me. Next thing you know, he's sinking. So Jesus grabbed him, pull him out of the water, like, yo, why did you doubt? You have little faith. What does that tell you? Now, every time I tell this story, I love this story so much, I tell it every single time because I want y'all to get the visual that your eyes are going to deceive you when you're going through things. Your circumstances, it may look very bad. It may look really crappy. But if you trust in God, provision over your life. Keep your eyes focused on the goal. You will get through the storm. You can walk on that water. You can walk through on the water towards the outcome that you desire, but you can't fall victim to the outcome that you see around you. Right? We're gonna talk about environment on Wednesday, I believe that is, about environment. Right? So you looking around at your circumstances. Oh man, I ain't got enough money this month. Oh man, I lost my job. Oh man, I lost my relationship. Oh man, like I had a death in the family. Like I don't know what to do. Things are going. My life is in shambles. These are the circumstances placed in front of you because it's life. Like this is just life. Y'all gotta understand that life is going to happen. People will die. People will be born. Relationships will begin. Relationships will end. You will get a job. You will lose a job because a lot of times we be saying, "I don't even like my job. I want something else. I want to do what I'm passionate about." And then when God put you in a position to lose your job, you upset because you're not focused on the things that you're asking for. So when y'all in a storm, do not fall victim to what you see around you, to your circumstances. Trust and believe in the provision over your life that, hey, I'm moving in the right direction. I don't understand this right now. But I'm gonna walk on this water and keep moving forward. So y'all gotta have that faith, that now faith. You feel me? That faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Your eyes will deceive you and destroy you if you allow it to. So trust in your heart, trust in your ears, God's voice to keep moving forward. All right? Damn. Do we got any questions? I worked 12 hours overnight with timing. Okay, all right. Oh, we got another. This happened to us last time. All right, so Nikki, I believe, is that right? Nikki, I believe it's Nikki. I hope I'm right. If I'm butchering that, I apologize. Okay, you worked 12 hours overnight. So, can you tell me, Nikki? Can you come off mute real quick, Nikki?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Nice to meet you, Nikki. Hope you're having a great day. What time do you go to work?
I go to work at 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. Okay. What time do you wake up to go to work?
Usually it's around 3.
So are you up at 3 p.m.? You get off at 6:30 a.m. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 6:30 a.m. How long does it take you to get home?
An hour.
An hour. All right. Shit. All right. Okay. 6:30. So 7:30 you at the crib. All right. So you're gonna probably be since you're gonna be sleeping. You go to sleep. I'm assuming you go to sleep around like what, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
All right.
Time.
Okay. So we're gonna call it you going to bed like 11 a.m. Right? So for you, Nikki, you about to be going to sleep soon. All right. So what I want you to do. So have you eaten anything yet today?
No.
Okay, cool. What was the last time you ate?
I'd say around 10:30 last night.
Whoa, Nikki, you about to be already. You about to be done. So Nikki's gonna be the first one to hit a 16-hour fast. You heard me? So Nikki, what I want you to do. You already thugging it out. 10:30 last night is when you ate. You on Central or Eastern time?
Central.
All right, cool. We're on the same time. So you're already at 12 hours, at 13 hours. All right, you're already at 13 hours. So don't eat. Go take a nap. Once you wake up, you hit 16 hours. All right. So for you, 10:30, 16 hours is going to be at 3:30 when you wake up. 3:30, you hit your 16 hours. Boom. Now, when you go to work, when you eat something light, easily digestible, right? But I want you to avoid. Do you drink a lot of energy drinks?
I don't like energy drinks too much, but I do drink yerba mate or something like that.
Okay.
It's like tea.
Cool. So, do you put any cream or sugar in your tea? I don't know. I like it.
No.
All right, cool. So it's great. You already don't know. So don't add no sugar or no milk or nothing to your tea, and eat easily digestible food. So what are you eating for lunch when you're at work? Or are you ordering?
It depends on the day, but
Okay.
I usually try to stick with like I eat like a fruit for a snack, and then I'll have some rice and chicken.
All right, cool. All right, so do you mind if I ask you what are you trying to work on this week?
It's really just time management.
Okay.
trying to stay consistent and keep my life together.
Okay, all right, cool. Because you sound like you eat fairly healthy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so I don't think weight is your thing. So if that's not it, so it must be something else. So, but that's good. That's good. So we're gonna monitor you this week as well. You and Kings, all right? So yeah, so for what I want you to do, you're about to hit your 16 hours. Thug it out. Go take a nap. Hey, fruit, good. Rice and chicken, cool. Gravy. While you're at work, try not to do no processed food or no extreme sugars. All right. If you can do that, that's gravy. All right. Chew some gum if you feel like you just need something. You feel me? Chew some gum. But you already at 16 hours. So knock it out. And have you ever fasted before?
No, not really. I mean, I do intermittent fasting here and there, but I haven't done like the 16, 18 or 16, 8.
All right, cool. Well, you probably be doing, you don't even know it because you're right here. You feel me? So don't eat nothing before you go to bed because you about to take a nap now. And so when you wake up, eat something, gives you some energy in your system. And I'm gonna tell you, like I always give this advice: if you're not feeling hungry, just drink some water, but do not force yourself not to eat. So you feel that hunger pains, that ghrelin hormone increasing, get something in your food in your system, cool. For your situation, whenever I have people that work throughout the night, you in a sense are in a better position because like you're kind of not dealing with the food addiction area, right? But like as long as you can monitor putting healthier stuff in your system, whole foods, and that's what I mean by healthy, whole foods, not processed foods, like you pretty much can maintain. Everything else that can follow, you just have, like you say, time management. We'll have to get a more of a detailed situation as far as time management because those those overnight shifts they can be brutal. You're a nurse.
I'm an EKG tech, so
Okay, all right.
yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah. Them schedules, they can be brutal. I feel you. I feel you. So all right, so yeah, we're gonna monitor you this week with that. So good. Do you have any other questions? Are you good?
That's it.
All
Yeah,
right,
thank
so
you.
cool. So you already at your 16. Push it out for 3 more hours. You done. All right, you're gonna be done. And then tomorrow you follow something. If you done eating at 10:30 again, you can follow that same schedule. And remember, when it comes to fasting, it's not set in stone. You can adapt it to your lifestyle. It may change on certain days. Do not feel confined to 10:30 to 3:30. You feel me? Don't feel that way. All right. So you determine what the times you want to put your 16 hours. All right. But make sure in your eating window you consume enough sustenance to take you throughout when you go into your fasting window, right? And it's likely that you'll end up be doing 16 to 18 hours. You're like, oh, I couldn't get to eat until like another hour after I overslept and couldn't eat till I got to work. So you might be at like 16, 17, 18 hours, right? That's a common thing that happens with people when they get into fasting. All right, so but congratulations for being the first person to knock out your 16 hours. All right. Let me see. So what we have for today, what we have for the day is this the 16-hour fast. All right, y'all, 7 p.m. Central Time. Stop eating. If you have a different schedule, you can alternate it. But just make sure you're fasting between a 16-hour window. It's completely safe. You're not going to pass out. The hunger pains. You're not going to be rushed to the hospital. You're not starving yourself. You have enough substance in your body right now to last you for a minimum of 3 to 5 days. Trust me, I already know it because all y'all ate yesterday, probably ate this morning, except Nikki. So therefore, everybody, I'm pretty sure you good. Don't stress. 16 hours. That's what we got. And identify your villain. All right, we're gonna send out it's gonna be in the community, gonna put the homework in the community, but identify your villain. So, for example, Kim said a villain is consistency, right? So we want to find out the root of that villain, right? Where that villain started at, right? So once we identify y'all villain, we can go throughout this week and uh be more pinpoint where you need to work at. You feel me? We need to put the work in. All right. Procrastination, emotional eating, negative self-talk. We're gonna talk a lot about that when we get on environment. Inconsistency. You feel me? We talk about consistency there. So that's what we got for today. Identify y'all villain in your 16-hour fast. That's what we got for today. It's nice, easy breezy, and determine whose mindset you want to have this week. Zechariah, you're gonna believe, but you doubt, and you kind of self-sabotage. You need proof, right? You won't get the proof till the end of the week. So I don't want y'all stressing all the way throughout the week. So are you gonna have that Virgin Mary faith? You heard me? You're gonna be like, yo, I believe it's gonna work for me. I'm gonna just do it, trust and believe, and I'm gonna just follow through. Because one thing about fasting, I could tell y'all it's gonna get rid of y'all mental fog. I could tell y'all that's gonna improve your spiritual life, your emotional life. I can say all that, but that's not tangible. One thing that is tangible about fasting that I can attest to is that you're gonna see a physical change. You're gonna feel better. Your body gonna feel better. For example, Ramon, the one that dropped 60 pounds, he texted me the first day after his fast. He said, bro, this is the first time in years that my feet touched the ground. He said the time was like 4:17 a.m. He said it was the first time in years that he didn't feel pain rushing through his knees and his ankles. And I was like, damn, bro, this is only day one. He was like, man, I'm locked in. I'm on board. And as you can tell, he is already down 60 pounds. So that's one thing I know will happen for y'all. I can guarantee it's tangible if you get into the fasting, that you can remove inflammation, you can relieve yourself of aches and pains, you can get sustainable weight loss. Now, the byproduct, I call that the byproduct, but overall, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, you will see a great improvement. All right, so if we don't have no questions, do we have any questions? None? Going once, going twice, going thrice. I enjoy the rest of your day. Stay consistent in this process that we've started. Trust and believe in yourself. We're going to have the homework, the assignment up into the community. You can check it out. Label that villain. Label that villain. Determine whose fate you're going to have, Zechariah or Virgin Mary, and your 16-hour fast. Boom. All right. So until tomorrow, y'all stay cool. Y'all stay gravy. I appreciate y'all for joining me today, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central. Jam. I was about to say I didn't even record that.
You did?
I did. I did. Damn. See y'all tomorrow. We coming back on Twitch and YouTube tomorrow for day 2 of the Master Your Discipline Challenge. If you all want to participate, I'm going to leave something in the description so y'all could join in. You can also join in on the YouTube, on the Zoom, if y'all want to participate with the Q&A and everything. All right, y'all take it easy. Jam.